Guys, what's going on today? We're not washing today. We're cutting a tree down and cutting a tree up. They've already fallen. There are two branches, and when I say branches, you might as well just say two pine trees because there is a ton here. Check it out. All right, guys, this comes from one of our customers. She has cameras up here. They live out of town, but she called me the other day and said, hey, we got a tree, we got some branches down. Could you go over and check them out for us? And when I'm thinking branches, I'm thinking, something like this. And she said, I don't think it hit the car, but I just want you to make sure. So as you can see, all those are eventually gonna fall. They're so tall, they're all gonna fall, and you can see the bottom of this tree is just rotted. I'm not touching anything because the electrical company hadn't come out here yet, but as you can see, all that's dead. When that's a huge tree, but you got all this that we're going to be cleaning up and getting rid of. That's really long. And this one, not only is it really long and full of branches too, it's up in a tree. But the good thing is how you have all these limbs and then somehow one went this way and then one went that way. But look, it missed the house and it missed a car. So pretty awesome that it did that. It's gonna be a lot to cut up. They actually want the wood. Where they live now, they don't get to have fires, and they don't even have trees actually, but they get to burn when they come in. So a lot of limbs I'll be hauling off. All this brush I'll be hauling off to the dump, and it ain't gonna be just cutting wood and the branches, but look at all the little pine cones or whatever those are that came out of it. So that's what we're doing today. Well, let's just say that's what you don't want. You always bring two saws with you when you're cutting, because one get cut. I should have pulled that out of there. This whole tree, all that pressure is on that bar. There's no way I'm gonna jerk it out of there. So I guess I'm gonna have to get my other saw out and get a little closer than I really wanted to. All right, what I got now is a dilemma. Okay. My saw stuck. I didn't do good sharpening my other one, so it just cut a little groove here. I was gonna try to cut here and maybe cut down. That way I could pull that out. But I did a bad job sharpening the chains. Most of the time when I get done with the chain, I just buy another one. I'm not the best at sharpening apparently, where I just get them so bad and then try to do them with my file and can't get them. So what's going to have to happen is I am going to get my wrench and just take this off, leave the bar and the chain in there as much as I don't want to, and I'm going to see, I don't know if it will or not, I'm going to see if my 16-inch bar will fit on it. I think it's too big, but if not, I just have to go down and get another bar and chain, because I'd rather spend $40 or $50 and get that compared to this falling on me, this swinging and hitting me. You can see what kind of pressure that tree's under. And so that's why it came down. I should have cut a bigger top notch here, but I think no matter what I did, it was gonna bend. So That's what I got to do now. I got to get a wrench to take that off. All right, guys, I'm back. Got a new bar and another new chain. All right, the reason I did what I did is I cut this because before you had tension here and up there, and that leaves that with a really high tension. So, not to say that there isn't any tension now, but it's kind of distributed all up there instead of down here as much. So I wanted to get this cut out of the way, so now I'll be able to cut. I'll probably start cutting here and work my way up, and then once I get about right there, I'll put the strap on it and pull it on out. Or once I get some of that cut to about that pole, I may just go ahead and pull it out. So check it out. All right, we got the biggest problem with this tree, I believe. We got it took care of. It's now down here. I don't have that blocking me now, and I should be able to hook the strap to that and pull that out of the tree. And that's how it's done. Now I can start up there at the top just like I did on that other limb and start cutting till I get down here to the big stuff. All right, guys, I would say this is a finished product, but got one little branch to pull out from up there. Morning, guys, what's going on? We're back out here where we cut that tree down and got it all cleaned up. I wasn't going to, but I have 3 huge stacks right there, and probably could have had 4 if I would have saved some of the more of the smaller branches. But yeah, we got it took care of. Look at that. I mean, that one right there, this one, it'll end up falling this year. I mean, these are all gonna split again. And let me tell you guys, this was a ton of cleanup. If you had a chipper, I mean, it'd be great. You just throw it all in a chipper, but I don't have that because I don't cut trees every day. But not only do you have like the big branches you'd cut off the limbs right in here, but you got all the little scragglies that want to fall with it that's dead. So I got a 7x12 trailer. I had 4 loads all together. We hauled off, got everything cut up, blew out, stacked, got it looking good for them. And you're gonna have some little crumbs here and there, but I mean, that's to be expected. But I didn't want to have to come back on this job today, so I am loaded to the gills, and that is with the strap pulling down some Luckily, I only have about 4 miles, maybe 5 miles to go to the dump. Just a little tip, if you're ever cutting brush, you got the bottoms here, put them at the back and the brush up front. That way when you get to wherever you're going, you can grab that bottom one down there and pull all that out. Now, of course, I'm not going to be able to do that with this load because it has so many scraps, small pieces, but we have to start netting stuff where I'm at. If you're hauling a load, the county is supposed to start cutting down on this, so that I'm not worried about. It's sticking out, but it's still down. It isn't going anywhere. And then I got it covered. Used to not cover it. I'd just throw a strap on it and go. But yeah, I mean, we got one big old big old bush here of scrap. And if I see some sticking out, I just try to cram it up in there. But yeah, this is what it looks like. This is the last load. The other loads weren't nothing like this. They were pretty heavy because the branches were pretty heavy. I mean, you get some of these branches, this is one of the smaller ones, but you know, it's 2 inches, 2.5 inches. Some of them were that big and just full of green. But anyway, got that tarp at Harbor Freight, got the bungee cords at Harbor Freight, and we're gonna go unload this thing. So just wanted to show you guys what it looked like once we was done. If you're watching this video, I would say in a few more months, if it's that long, maybe within a year, we'll be back and we'll be cutting another one of these things. So, or another one of these. But anyway, that's my time for today. Just wanted to let you guys see what it looks like now that we're all done. And we'll see you next time.